Welcome to the Twist News. I'm Erika Grey.
And I'm Don Pravda. Welcome.
Hey Don, what do you think about both Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon getting canned?
One on the left, one on the right, both gone. Goodbye, Tucker. Goodbye, Don Lemon.
Well, it wasn't fair with Don. I mean, they didn't even inform him. Like, he found out in the most unethical way.
He had been marginally suspended recently. I don't think he was totally surprised, but boom. Going, gone, Don.
So what do you think is the reason that he got the boot, besides this hoopla about the way he talked about women? But it seems, Don, that they could have just said something to him. They could have just said, hey, cut it out, stop it, you're offending people. I think there was more involved. I think there's like a conspiracy here.
A lot of complaints about his behavior. Backlash from the media also contributed. And then internal situation, I'm sure he was paid very well. Cut the salary and move on to some new faces, new stars in CNN. And then we'll know in the near future about the real story.
Well, don't you think that maybe 17 years, I think you stated that it was time for somebody new. I mean, that's pretty unfair, though, to not even inform the guy and just give him the boot.
Here's the good news. I'm sure another network will be picking up Don. Maybe he'll go on a vacation for a while, see the world, come back. We'll have a big salary from somebody else.
Always talk about these excursions. People having coffee and tea, countries having coffee.
A new vacation.
A new vacation.
You could see Bulgaria and report on.
Well, I have to say, Don, you're pretty imaginative. Pretty imaginative, Don.
One day we may be in Bulgaria.
It's not on the to-go list.
Okay.
But we will be in Paris. Definitely you're going to have to check us out in Paris. Because we're with the Muckety Mucks.
Okay. The former king of Bulgaria, he's going to the coronation of the new king of England. He's a cousin. Maybe we'll meet him.
Don, you got to love this train. Clunkety clunk.
I love it. Clunkety clunk. But bright and breezy.
You got to love the train.
I hope the MTA is making a profit. But if it doesn't, the U.S. government will bail it out, as it does Amtrak every year.
Bail it out with
Thank God for the U.S. government.
Money.
Yeah. Taxpayer money.
Until the deficit just implodes. Anyway, so Tucker Carlson, he was another shocker.
That's a bigger shock. According to me, because he was a superstar of the network. He was there a long time. He's a true Washington insider. He was the star of the show. O'Reilly was out, and Tucker, being a younger face, and he had gotten rid of his bow tie. He was wearing a regular suit, well-dressed, coiffed, enormous contacts in D.C. However, as the media has stated, a big lawsuit concerning Dominion, the voting machine company, was lost. And we're talking about big dollars were lost, and Tucker is gone.
I'm laughing. I would have liked to have been a fly on the wall in Rupert Murdoch's home.
Okay.
He must have been steaming, Don. Pacing.
Well, when you pay out hundreds of millions of dollars, there is a certain ache.
Rupert Murdoch popped a cork.
Yes, he did.
He popped a cork, Don.
So Rupert Murdoch has gotten rid of.
I don't care what his following is.
Trump is out in the super world of Fox. However, Hannity is truly the new face of Fox now. 27 years at Fox, good man. We wish Tucker the very best, and I'm certain he's going to be picked up soon by another network, whether it's Newsmax or somebody else. He's a star, and he's young.
But it's still a shocker. But you have to imagine what was going on in Rupert Murdoch's head. And I'm sure it was not pleasant. It was not pleasant when he saw all the money the network had to pay over because of Tucker Carlson.
Ooh.
And all that positive
Saw
stuff
the
about
ledger
Tucker,
on the bank account, all that money faded away.
all those
all
viewers
those-
that Tucker
All
brought
those
in
long
faded
commercials on Fox that earned the money dissolved by the lawsuit with Dominion.
away. Yeah, so that's it. And Rupert Murdoch, that's all he could see was all that money going out. He couldn't see anything else. And old Tucker got the boot.
Bye bye Tucker, bye bye Tucker. Hate to see you go. However, when you lose a lawsuit like that, it gets attention and big money.
But I think Tucker, you're right, he'll get picked up. The one thing that we'll miss is some of his message actually overlapped ours.
Yes.
But I don't doubt he'll get picked up elsewhere.
Absolutely.
Because he does. He's got that following.
He does. An enormous following.
So he'll get picked up elsewhere, and we'll see where that goes. Meanwhile, what do you think will happen with Don Lemon? Picked up elsewhere,
Yeah.
probably as well.
Absolutely. I think he's going to be making a lot of speeches, and his fee will be high.
Well, I'd like to see what's in his book. Because
also.
I'm wondering if what's in his book got him canned as well. He might have stated something that was very incriminating to CNN. But you know what, Don? I don't even watch CNN.
Well, the ratings are
Just say
lower.
it. I
Yeah,
don't
ratings are down.
You watch CNN, right? I don't watch CNN.
Not regularly, but I have watched it. And
Matter of fact, I don't even watch Fox.
you don't watch Fox or CNN, but you're doing a lot of research.
Well, we're reporting. I mean, they have their bias. Unfortunately, the CNN is a U.S. propaganda channel, and they're going to the same sources that I'm going to, and I prefer to go right to the source, right behind the scenes, all of that good stuff that we do. And I prefer other news over the inferior U.S. stations. I'm sorry, but I'm a news snob.
Okay.
I'm a news snob. They're inferior. Fox is questionable.
Maybe I'll have to read the Washington Post more often.
I
Get a
prefer
more
the
balance.
Financial Times.
Financial Times, also excellent newspaper.
Financial Times, Brussels
Wall
Morning.
Street Journal. Wall Street Journal is an excellent newspaper as well. Times is very biased.
Reuters, Associated Press,
Post
right to the
interested,
news wires where they're
but
going.
Post is a small newspaper now, and Murdoch controlled. There's good editorials there.
And by the way, Don, in our Amazon store, we actually have news sources that we recommend.
We do.
That if you want to get some good
Yeah.
news sources, and also you're going to want to check out the channels that we share, because everybody we interview, we share their channel. In addition, we've got the guests on this show, we've got their books. We're a unique little show. Our little show.
We're getting bigger.
And we'll be in Paris,
We're
mingling
growing,
with
and we're
Mucky
going,
Mucks.
and we're going to report from Paris.
And we're going to be reporting from that event.
Absolutely.
Which is also unique. I don't know any other...
I don't know any other journalists from the United States who are going to be there. Only
And-
us.
Well, actually, I don't know any that'll be doing reporting while they're there, and will be showing behind the scenes like we will. Just like we're on this train, we're actually headed to the UN. Yep, headed to the UN. We'll be doing a show from there and some commentary on another topic.
We'll be landing in New York, very shortly, heading to the UN, and making a report from the Staten Island Ferry, the one and only, the symbol of liberty in New York, and we'll be passing the Statue of Liberty. How about that? How about those apples?
I like those. So I think, Don, that kind of wraps it up. So we'll see where Tucker goes, and we'll see what ends up happening to Don Lemon. But that's pretty unfair. Just giving them both the boot overnight.
What'll be very interesting is who will replace Don Lemon, who will replace Tucker Carlson. That's going to be a very interesting decision.
And where will Don end up, and where will Tucker end up? I'm sure both of them are going to end up somewhere because they both are pretty popular.
They have big followings, and they have, in particular, Tucker has a very emotional following.
So, this concludes our show. Don, any final words?
Final words. Gentlemen, you both lasted a long time. You deserve praise for that. Not easy in a corporate environment. Big networks, CNN and Fox. And we'll be seeing you soon. And you know something? We're going to read your books, and we're going to try and understand your careers a little better when you write your books.
Hey, Don, you're going to really read their books?
Well, I tell you what,
are you going to have the time to read their books?
What I'm going to do is get a cup of coffee at Barnes & Noble's, and I'll go through it. I'll go through it, but don't count on every page being read, but I'll be looking for you.
We know
Don
you like
and Tucker.
coffee. We know that you
I
like
coffee.
Yes.
I'm not giving up my coffee. I never stated I was a Mormon. I drink caffeine, and I'm not stopping.
And I'm a tea gal.
Okay, tea and coffee. We covered both of the biggest drinks in the world. However, we don't drink alcohol, or rarely ever drink alcohol in my case. Almost never. Would you say that's true?
Yes.
That's
never
true.
Drink alcohol. Don't drink. Anyway, that's it for today's show. And be sure to subscribe to us on The Twist. Check out our Amazon store and stay tuned for more.